Coverage brought to you by Betdaq, the sports betting exchange.
The Cook Islands will get things off and underway for the second half against Wales in Group D of the Rugby League World Cup for 2013. The restart from Jonathan Ford of Toulouse. It's taken on the boot eventually. A little sidestep is brought away by Wales' Elliot Keir. And up towards the 20-metre line now. Keith Lulier. And he's got himself on the try-scoring charts in this game. In defensive duties. So again, the Welsh drive on. White in at dummy half again. As Kupczak pushes on. Good metres from the man who started on the bench. Now the kick. It's outside their own 40. On tackle 4. Just want to put the ball back in the hands of the Cook Islands and give them a taste of the action for this second half. The chase, 3 red shirts on top.
Bizarrely a mirror of the start of the game, where the Cook Islands actually kicked on play forward down to that corner. Good chase like that. What Wales did was come up with an error. What will the Cooks do?
On the shorter side, looking for a way through. Devorty's in there, as well as Lloyd White. Uliai, dummy half. Eventually through to Napa. Nice little spin as well from Tangata. Sets his side up on just about a halfway line. He wins inside a penalty as well. Bit of lying on from Tyson Frizzell, who was big for the Welsh in the first half.
This pass play, you see there's 3 little shuttle passes there, is really interesting, because we've been talking probably too much about how big the Welsh pack is going into halftime. The same pack's out there at the moment. The Cooks haven't really said, let's take them on and run hard at them. They put a couple of little pass plays on, ask them a couple of questions, and actually spun out the back of them. In this occasion, obviously, Dylan Knapp has gone straight to the number 14, the hooker, for a run. So they're looking to play around the big Welsh pack and not go straight at them, asking them questions. And here they go again at the hooker and making little inroads through, and they'll leave some bodies behind here.
So a good set so far from the Cook Islands from that penalty. Offering the ball along now is Jonathan Ford. They go through the hands of Lulier. Spreading it to that right-hand side. Inside the 20-metre line now is back through the hands of Arona. He keeps those legs pumping. Into that final segment. As Pouliot stands at dummy half. Comes through the hands of Isaac John. Cut back inside as well and running around. The ball out the back door. Men over as well. It's not as tidy as they'd have hoped. The Welsh defence has slid across. Can they stretch it back this way? As Pittman takes on that Welsh line. Final play of the set. The kick through from Ford. There's no real chase there. It's a little bit too strong.
Yeah, really good set. Both sides, really. They asked a lot of questions. The Welsh handled them. Cook Islanders kept asking the questions. The kick at the end needed to be a lot softer than that. Needs to feel that ball and then go rather than kick it through and hope it gets there. Back to the Welsh. Can they get down there? Kick play 4 again. Throw it back at the Cooks.
Driving into the Cook Islands line and into the sunshine here in South Wales as well. Now, Lupton through the hands of Danny Jones. It's out again as they drive up towards halfway. Midway through their tackle count now. Kupczak has his go. No real opportunity there, and the ball's come away, and the Cook Islands have come back up with it inside their own half. They've spread it on this near side. They've carved their way through as well. There's Gelling. Put Keith Lulier in. He's toying with that Welsh defence, but Elliot Keir comes up with another tackle again. The ball's raked out, though, and they give away a penalty.
That has to be close to a sin bin. Playing quick, the Cooks.
Keeping it going for Pouliot. Scampered one through from dummy half initially. 3 red shirts around him. Another drive from Tangata into the 10-metre zone.
Hold. Go 2.
Now Isaac John. Arona gets the ball away and they edge on ever further. We've seen them apply plenty pressure on that Welsh line throughout this game, and here comes more. Arona again.
Go line.
Still tackles remaining in this set.
Go 4. Okay.
Spreading the play, they go through John, then into the hands of their second row, who charges through. Perrault looks like he's got the ball down. It's taken them 5 minutes of the second half, and the Cook Islands have got the scoreboard ticking again.
They've been smart. They've come out here and they've decided to move this ball, move it around, keep asking questions, tire the Welsh defence out. They've been patient with Isaac John with the ball. There's been outstanding. Ford's played his part. And that took some scoring from Perrault. Terrific try. Eventually they ran out of numbers and energy, the Welsh. Wonderful start for the Cook Islanders.
And this is going to start putting question marks, isn't it, in the back of the Welsh heads.
Just watch that 14 jersey there. Just couldn't get across there. It was Lloyd White, and he was the guy that they've been targeting a lot of runs at. The big men have been going at him and going at him. Eventually he was too tired, and we're only 5 minutes into the half, and already the Welsh coach is going to exchange his front row, get some mobility out with Flowers and Jordan James. It's a good read. Is it too late?
So Christopher Taripo has kicked 2 of his 3 conversion attempts so far in this Group D game. So Cook Islands look to exert a bit of dominance. More changes as well coming for the Welsh side as they look to bring on a couple of big bodies again. But here is Taripo with the extra 2, successful. So he just nudged himself further ahead, now in real firm control of this game. And the Welsh are going to have to come at them now. So the 2 starting props back on for Wales as well now. Looking to use their big bodies, and will they just try and bash their way through the Cook Islands?
Push on the kick.
Initially though, they're going to have to get the ball back. They'll
Stay on.
kick to the Cooks. With that lead now of 16 points. It's 18 points, isn't it?
Straight up, Ben. Homemade weight.
So 3 converted scores needed by the Welsh to draw level. There's Napa.
Hasn't he lifted?
2, relax.
Another sort of 6 metres in collision, dragging people along, giving his team this base to work off. Little opportunities. Arona has been very busy, looking to get the players around him moving. Little short passes, little tease plays himself, and clever play from Ford.
An early kick as well. Keir just drifts into touch, eventually rolling through inside that final 20-metre zone. So the pressure on Wales, and the Cook Islands just running down the clock a little bit and putting the pressure back on Wales and saying, you know, go 90 metres.
You're reading my mind. Exactly what I was going to say to you, actually, there, Ramo. Just put him back and said, over to you. Come up with another error. We're going to get our elbows into your ribs, our shoulders into your ribs. We're really going to get into you here. Can you both get out of here?
So pressure really is on Wales now. They've used those big bodies, haven't they, the Cook Islands, and now it's Wales' opportunity to get back. They had a bit of a pressure release there with a penalty. So that'll give them a bit of territory. Still with work to do, though. Is he going to find touch? He's not. Picked up by Taripo on this left-hand side, who gets the ball away into Keith Lulier. Red shirts are there, but a massive error there from Wales.
It was a crazy kick, actually, from Danny Jones. When he was kicking for touch, he lost his grip. The ball dropped out of his hand and hit the edge of his boot, and it went wide. It's hard. You don't often see that. Sometimes it's that grip you put on your hands for carrying the ball. But, oh, good error. Good error.
Out the tackle. The referee says knocked on, so they forced that error, Wales, in the collision, winning the ball back. And this is the kind of thing that we saw about this stage in the first half. Wales, who were very quiet and under a lot of pressure in the first 10 minutes that first half. Their decision went their way. They managed to get those bodies rolling, and it really lifted the side. They really need something like that now.
Well, fair play to Lloyd White. Give him a rap for that one. I thought he could have got across to save the try, but he forced an error there, and he's back in this contest. They're going to run at him. He said, well, I'll have a go back at you.
So Rhys Evans with the first drive for the Welsh side, the Warrington man. Ball not too far away from here in Bridgend, as now they drive through with Jordan James. Lupton thought about giving it back inside. They drive further on. Good meters so far in this set for the Welsh. Now with Kopczak, who starts on the bench but has done some good work, gets the ball away as well. Driving on, Jordan James again. No real way for him to make too much of that opportunity. Floating the ball through Danny Jones, and out they go again. Nice little charge through from Rhys Evans.
He's got
coming with a shoulder again, has he?
Yeah, same guy, Dylan Napa. He's going to have a talk to him. It's the second time. It was a shoulder charge. He needs to take it out of his game. It's happening too often. Good play from the Welsh, though.
Here it is, Rhys Evans charging through, and you see Napa just come across the number 8 there. Smashed down on the ground, and now the Welsh are driving through towards the line, almost there. Rolling on with Ben Flower. Now back to Lupton. The Welsh fans can feel something coming here. Lupton can't quite get there. The Welsh have woken up. A metre away from the line now, charging through, another gap's opened up, and again, unconventional it may be, but they don't care. The Welsh have got some points in the second half, and that man Lloyd White.
What a response, Lloyd White. The man who forced the error. Really happy with himself there, and so he should be. Great tease at the line. Hips drift out of the defenders. Tangata there. Adam Tangata opened up a bit. Lloyd White, what an up and down 5 minutes he's had. Too tired to save one try, but certainly forced an error that led to a position where he's given himself a great opportunity to bring Wales emotionally back into the game, and it is Lloyd White who's lining the kick up to convert his own try.
Lloyd White had the most carries of any Welsh side ahead of this game. Kicked 4 goals as well previously. And he lines up the extra 2 from his own try. And the kicks are vital for Wales, because they need to make sure that if they register a try, they turn 4 into 6, and they do so. Lloyd White with 6 points to his name. 10 points on the scoreboard now. 2 converted tries, the difference. And the Welsh, as we see again, repeat the first half. It's been pretty much a mirror image. A decision goes their way, an opportunity there, they take it, and now they need to build on it.
I feel like Ben Flowers is going to be a key player in this next period of the game. It was his drive that got them right under the post. Again, showed a bit more mobility in that middle of the field. Now Kopczak is doing the same thing there. They're more alive in the middle. Jordan James is looking to get the ball. Keir's jumped up and he's going forward. So they're a little bit more mobile now, the Welsh team, and they're having some great effect, and the Cook Islanders are now looking a little bit slow. They need good work from Rodri Lloyd coming in. Good work that the outside backs are now contributing, keeping their team alive. Here's Jordan James going forward. This is the way to play it.
Just backed his way off that line to try and open up a gap. And then he's won himself a penalty as well. Bit of holding on there. So things swinging back the way of Wales. And this is where they really need to make the possession and the territory pay. This time the penalty does find touch, so no error again as Lloyd White taps the ball, and they're driving on through now with Ben Flower. Man of Wigan, born in Cardiff, just down the road from here in South Wales. White again with options as they look to squeeze in. Elliot Keir joining the attack on that left-hand side. Try to slice through. Now Wales with plenty of attackers, deciding to go with Frizzell, St George man of Welsh and Tongan heritage, who sets things up a couple of metres away, spinning the ball back now through Lupton. Lupton's got supporters. The ball's been knocked forward though. Squeezing it too much, just trying the extra bit, and they've tried to get through, and the knock on just a few metres away from the line, under pressure. But they've got the ball back down where they want it, and they just need to continue to exert some pressure.
Absolutely. Keep your composure, Peter Lupton. He's playing some wonderful football. He's a wonderful footballer. He just needs to not worry about that error and know that he's going to get them. You're going to come up with errors when you're a player playing in a tight World Cup game, chasing a 12-point scoreline, but he needs to keep his composure, keep looking for those plays. He'll get them eventually.
One.
Very experienced man, isn't he, Lupton? Man who you know well as well, Tony.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Charge through though from the Cook Islands. Lovely little side steps as he just danced around that defence. So now the Cook Islands inside that Welsh half. Set themselves up nicely, hasn't it? Yet again, Arona try and do some work, but that real momentum that the Cook Islands have built up in this set has been somewhat killed, but not by that. A penalty to the side with that 12-point lead. Just something that the Welsh didn't want to give away at this stage of their game. A bit more territory as the Cook Islands decide on what they're going to do with this one. And they will kick to touch, have a few extra metres and set themselves up.
Come on, lads, penalty.
20 metres away.
Put him out.
So along the line they go. And the drive through from Zeb Tayyah. Catalan Dragons domestically. Inside that 20-metre line as it's flung out through Jonathan Ford. Drop it back inside. It's a little bit scrappy as it finds ground. Keith Lulier tries to do a little bit of the old football. It's squeezed into touch, though. Definitely on this near side, but gone forward beforehand, so the referee will bring things back to centre field. And the Welsh are keen to get this going. Trailing by those 12 points. 15 minutes into this second half. And a crucial period now. The Welsh have got to stay in this game.
Absolutely, and that we saw the penalty given away and the Cook Islands had the tap. What goes through your mind is you've got to defend it now, Wales. They defended it well because the Cooks came up with an error. The Cooks were looking for something that wasn't there. They were looking to find a play to put the game away. The Welsh were defending well enough to make that not happen for them. As Lloyd White comes off after an interesting phase, he's done a good job. Neil Budworth comes back onto the field, and Jordan James, him and Ben Flower have really added some mobility here, and Lupton needs to get on top of and take advantage of that.
So Budworth back in at dummy half now as Wales bounce away.
Hold, boys, hold.
Onto the 40-metre line. Inside the Cooks half now, and the kick. On the fourth again, high into the sky, maybe not as far as they'd have wanted. Picked up by Taripo on his own 20. There's plenty of red shirts in there, so.
Tackle one, go.
Cook Islands leading by 12. Budworth tackling, as well as Jordan James.
Two, held, release.
Hand in there initially as well from Ben Flower. And now we see really what the big man Dylan Napa can do. Really gets the legs going there.
Go, good, go, three.
Another tackle.
That's four.
By Lon Patrick, 25-year-old of Huddersfield.
Four.
Drive on again.
Release.
Zeb Tayyah. 5 tackles used up then. The final play for the Cook Islands. It's stuck into the air from Isaac John. Underneath it is a lovely Elliot Keir with a great take and a good charge. He gets around a couple as well. He's got one more to fend off. Eventually bundled down to the ground, but lovely little carry from the man born in Cardiff as Massam this time drives on for the Welsh. An extra 8-9 metres from him. Good territory now for the Welsh. The Welsh fans sense it as well. Frizzell with a drive previous as now Massam goes himself. Just trying to get that raggedy Cook Islands defence and find a way through. Now Lupton again into Elliot Keir, who floats the ball out into Christian Rowett. Just holds himself inside the touchline. Spun back now. Lupton into Jones. Jones then has it handed off. Jones has kicked the ball through. He's going to be chased out into the in-goal area and seen safe by the Cook Islands. There will be a dropout and the Welsh will have another set of 6.
Also an outrageously full pass from Ben Flowers, but they've got away with it. It's certainly a huge momentum swing.
So we look to the final few seconds of this second quarter. Try a piece after half-time. And the Welsh really need to find a little spark from somewhere. Still plenty of time for them to get back into this game. But opportunities like this are where you really need to make it pay. The dropout bounces a few times and it lands nicely for Masson. And now Jordan James steadies himself and motors into the big men of the Cook Islands. Kopczak with another drive as well. He's made good meters with ball in hand. Again, just dragging past the point of contact. Budworth in at dummy half. Into Lupton. Through to Keir again. He combines with the attack. He's played well today as Keir runs back round. There's space for Jordan James again. This is a good set for the Welsh. They're keeping the ball going as well. Here's Ben Flower. Ever so close.
It's on to the right.
Budworth into Lupton. Lupton with the squeeze, and there it is! In Christian Rowett for the Welsh at the end of the third quarter of the game, and they've made the Cook Islands pay for the pressure that they've had to absorb, and now Wales need to build on this, but they're slowly reducing that deficit, and with a kick we'll have it down to 6.
Yeah, take a bow, Peter Lupton, on this play. Forwards have put him there. Flowers has played the ball. Look at Lupton, this great cutout ball. Wonderful ball from Lupton. Out to Rowett. They all held their good shape. The forwards are earning the position. You can look at that. We asked him to keep his composure, keep playing. He's a good enough footballer, Peter Lupton, and he's seen that wonderfully. They're well and truly back in this. The Welsh team, they're going to have to defend. They're going to have their moments. They're going to have to defend. At the moment, there's all the attacking momentum for them. They need to get on top of that and enjoy this next set. Big kick, huge kick for Jones.
Christian Rowett of North Wales Crusaders. His third try of this World Cup campaign. And the extra 2 being sized up by Danny Jones. Keithley man on his first appearance in the Rugby League World Cup. Hits the post. So still 2 scores remaining to get Wales back into this game, but with us now into the final quarter, we could be on for a bit of a Grand Slam finish here. Iestyn Harris will be a bit happier with what he's seen, and still plenty of time for his side to fight back.
So is the atmosphere here a hell of a lot more enjoyable now. It was a flat opening part of this game. There's a lot of errors. Team seemed to lack a little composure there, but they've tidied up and there's great energy. Ben Flowers, this guy's really led it for me for Wales. Look at this charge from him driving forward. He's enabled James and Kopczak to be energetic as well. Budworth feeding them well. This Kopczak good again. Hit some great carries.
So Budworth stands in at dummy half. Little run, has support on his right-hand shoulder from Rodri Lloyd. In fact, no, it was Lon Patrick, wasn't it, who was driving up yet again. Good tackle deployed initially, but Jordan James was going nowhere, was he?
It's good for both teams, isn't it? Look, the Cooks are really throwing it at them. The Welsh are really going at them.
Now a kick again. Tackle 4 into this backside of defence. It's a little fumble from Luli Lulia, but reclaims the ball. It's dumped down on the 10-metre line. So can they keep the Cook Islands penned in? Looking for a way out now with Taripo.
No penalties here, no penalties.
Just edges a couple of metres further downfield for the Cook Islands. Peyrot up towards the 20 this time.
Go, 3.
More red shirts.
Takarangi's been strong, hasn't he? He's come in and really earned a good shift there. Jelling's coming from the right. He's gone to the right wing, and he's certainly doing his part in these sets. Nice set from the Cooks. They have certainly decided just to power through. They opened this part of the game, a short passing game, and those props you would have thought that they caught out were going to come back on for the back part of this contest. So this is an important period for Wales. A good play from Elliot Keir.
Big kick from Ford, but Keir was right there, wasn't he? Oh, and then he's dumped down. Wasn't the tidiest. He wasn't overly happy with that either. But they've got good field possession now.
Hold, go, 2. None of that, Zeb.
Lupton back round for Rodri Lloyd.
Move. Keep it clean, Zeb.
Budworth has a look at dummy half now. Supporters both sides and gives it himself. Strong and powerful, isn't he, from dummy half?
Go, 4. Good.
Lupton now.
Release.
Going through the hands of Evans. And
go.
Evans is taken down 20 metres away. Here's the final play. Jones gets the kick away. It's jinked through along the turf, picked up by Kuthlulia. And he runs up towards the 20. Maybe not quite the execution play that they'd have liked at the end, but...
Yeah, they've halted the momentum a bit here, the Cook Island, and this is a good challenge for Wales. They need to regenerate that. There's plenty of time. Jelling's been good, hasn't he? He's come in, been really involved from that right wing. He put him in the left back row for a while. He looked lost. He's gone back to the outside backs where he plays more familiarly for Wigan, and he's played particularly well. He is really contributing.
That's 4.
Both teams are tired. This is the back end of the tournament. 15 minutes to go. The championship rounds.
And a knock on, but the ball in the hands of the Welsh side, and Lyon Patrick had his debut in this Rugby League World Cup competition.
Gee, that's a bad error. Unforced. Wales will get it in here. They'll capitalise here.
Gives them good position now. Centre field, just 2 tackles down, 20 metres away. Budworth with men either side. Goes on that left-hand side, through the hands of Lupton. It's Lupton it is who will stand in at dummy half this time. Using the big men again, driving through for Judson.
Squared up on the goal line.
Been on the bench for all 3 of their games now in this competition. Now through to Keir. Keir again into Rowett on this right-hand side. He dances through. Can he get there again? Pushes on. Rowett scored one in that corner not too long ago. Looked for another. But now the final play of this set. What can they do? The kick through. Keir's chasing it down, but it's picked up by Lulia, who sees it safe. But Wales will get another go.
Oh, we're looking at 2 exhausted teams now. Every play counts. Everyone's got to be playing. Keep competing, keep scrambling. They're showing up in numbers, the Cook Islanders. They're showing a lot of character. Wales are throwing a real lot at them here. What a wonderful opportunity for the Welsh.
Christian Rowett scored the last try for Wales in this game. A bit of space, didn't he, out on that right-hand wing? Not too much, but I wonder whether he should have gone for it. They've got the ball back, though, so 6 tackles now to see what they can do. And another strong run from Jordan James, who started the game, took a bit of a rest on the bench and has come back on and has had a great impact. As has Ben Flower, who drives on that time. Budworth through Massam. Massam into Keir again. He's always popping up, isn't he, Keir? 10 metres away now. Jones back round for Dudson. And if they're setting up an execution play. As now they come through the hands of Lupton, the support from Keir as well, and there they are in the corner. Rodri Lloyd, his 2nd try of this Rugby League World Cup 2013, and Wales will need another, but they're doing exactly what they need to do. Slowly biting down on the lead that the Cook Islands had built up, and they could be back within 2.
Oh, they're looking comfortable. They look like they've got momentum. You mentioned a moment ago, should Rowett have gone for the corner? This is why he didn't. If he goes to the corner and gets bundled into touch, the Cook Islands would have the ball now. Rowett's played the percentages game, said, we'll get you again. They rode the ball in goal. They came up with a repeat set, and they came straight back to that point again. Peter Lupton's gone there again. Rodri Lloyd, Elliot Keir, all combining out there. Fantastic try. Now we are game on. Massively game on.
Well, with the Rugby League World Cup that we've had in 2013, did we expect anything else? It may be the decider for the wooden spoon, but great entertainment, and this will set up the final 12 minutes perfectly. It's not an easy kick from this touchline, but this time it hits the post and drops over. Danny Jones with his first successful conversion. 20 points to 22, and now you'd have thought with game on it's the Welsh whose heads will be slightly higher.
Haven't they looked wonderful in these shapes, Welsh, when they're scoring this try? They look so comfortable. They look so comfortable running those shapes out the back. Lupton's given it time. Adam Jones is playing his part. Elliot Keir's been wonderful. He looks more alive than anybody at the moment, Elliot Keir. He looks like he can dance his way through some spaces. He probed over on the left, he probed over on the right. He's getting very involved. Wales are enjoying a weight of possession. Can they get to a kick here? It could decide how well they go. And remember, they are still behind. They have momentum. They are behind, so they still have to earn the field position.
On the 20-metre line now.
I know you think I'm being biased, London, but Neil Bubler's made a real impact as well. He's come on, run a couple of times from dummy half. Got guys like Flowers who's got him really going forward with the ball there now. Just brought him into the game, got him playing well.
So Flower sets up Wales on their own 30. As yet again, Jordan James, hungry for work, takes his side down the centre field. Budworth with another little scamper. Can't get away that time, but releases the ball. They drive on back through the traffic with Tyson Frizzell. On halfway then, 5 tackles used up. They get through to the kick. It's put on by Lupton. The chase isn't too bad either. Plenty red shirts there and no space through.
He's been good going at the back, hasn't he? He's really done a good job. That's a good carry. Nice calm. Sends a message to his teammates. We're outside the 20 now. Takarangi's been involved. The Cooks need to get to a kick. They need to put the Welsh back inside their own 10 and say, you get out of here.
So still trailing by 2 as we tick down the seconds into the final 10 minutes here in South Wales. Great entertainment again from this competition in 2013. Taripo now for the Cook Islands, tackle just inside his own half. Now Napa into that Welsh half, but they've used up their 5 tackles, so the final play. And again, it's a strong high kick, comfortably underneath it, and they'll run away, will Wales. On this right-hand side, Rowitz has a hand in there as well. Kieran, the man who picked it up initially, just bringing it away from dummy half now. Pretty much set behind the ball, and the Welsh players now having tracked back. Massam brings it now. Puts his side bang in the centre of the park, in the middle of his own half. Budworth drops it around. Didn't even look, did he? Knew exactly where his man was. Here's Budworth again. Takes it himself this time.
He's been good, Neil Budworth. This is his last 10 minutes in the Welsh shirt. He's retiring after this game after a wonderful career for Wales. He's really playing a great innings here. Oh, unfortunately, this one's gone a bit deep, but they still got their kick away.
Danny Jones it was who picked it up from dummy half there. Just managed to pop that one down that left-hand side. And now the restart from the Cook Islands. As you see the tempo of the game. Just taking a breather, aren't they? Feeling it in the 3rd game of this campaign for both of these 2 sides. They've worked hard and at the moment have nothing to show for it. 2 points in it into the final 10 minutes. And now it's that nervy part of the game where really any points at this stage could be the game decider.
There's some experience coming through there. Wonderful carry from Zeb Tai, who played that ball. Skipper's not got the ball in 2 heads. Takarangi, who's been busy, come in. Another 10-metre carry. Another experienced carry there, another 10-metre one. Good play. Keep throwing the challenges back at the Welsh. They're going to make them earn it.
Arona that time is now the kick once again. We've seen it before. Jonathan Ford sticks it as high as he can. Elliot Keir joggers it around. He's picked up though. They've got space at the Cook Islands and charging through underneath the sticks. Jonathan Ford on the end of it. We're going to have a look at this one now. Richard Silverwood. Eventually, Dylan Napper it was. That was part of that play with Jonathan Ford after he put it into the sky. Well, let's hear from Ashley Klein.
Check the onside, offside first. Okay, the chasers are onside there. Okay, it seems to be a mid-air tackle there. If we get something close up on that. Okay, initial reaction will be a penalty to Wales. Okay, the Welsh player is jumping in the air. That's a challenge, that's okay. It's gone forward. We play on 0 tackle, just keep running this through. Pause ground and fine. Just something closer again. I just want to confirm that the Cook Islands player does not touch the ball. Okay, it's definitely off the Welsh hand. We'll go to the screen. This will be a try. They're going to the screen now.
the decision that the Welsh fans are about to see. The Cook Islands have nudged themselves 6 points ahead. And this really is a crucial kick now, because this really could put the game beyond the hands of Wales. Jonathan Ford now playing at Toulouse, underneath the sticks, and you'd have thought the extra 2, although we have seen these missed.
What a try from the Cook Islands. I really must go back to Zeb Tai. Just picked the ball up and charged 10 metres. Takarangi come in, showed his experience, did the same thing with 10 metres. Tinera Arona did the same thing with 10 metres, and then Jonathan Ford played his part. High bomb, Gelling. It's your try. Great chase. Rewarded that effort and put this man in a position you would think to take the game beyond Wales.
With the extra 2, it'll be an 8-point lead that the Cook Islands have. And is that the kick that seals the wooden spoon for Wales? They will need 2 scores to get back into this game. There you see Jonathan Ford into the sky. Went up for it, but eventually in the hands of Napper. He gives it to Ford and touches down. And now they've got possession back as well. The Welsh need to win back possession, but the offload is away. The Cook Islands setting up potentially their first ever World Cup win.
Amazingly competitive, aren't they, the Cook Islands? I think somewhere between 85 and 100,000 Cook Islanders in the world in total. Anyway, only 14,000 on the island. I think they can come into a world tournament and compete like they have. They underestimated USA at the opening game, and USA took advantage of that. They didn't perform to the best of their ability, which disappointed them. They were drop ball away from levelling it against Tonga, and they've come out and handled an emotional and high-pressured game here. So they disappointed, but in some ways I think they've really held their hand up in a strong way in this tournament.
Isaac John was okay after that collision, and now they're driving on in the intensity of some of these tackles, as well as you can see they're trying to put the intensity in on those contact tackles, trying to force the error. They know they need something at this stage of the game. Cook Islands just fending off as well. It's a good strong run from Jonathan Ford.
Zeb Tai's been strong there, Ramo. He's offload to start that set. Beautiful pass out the back to open the set up, and then a last play carry which forced a nice situation for game control where Luka could just duck out, drop it into the 11, 12 metres outside the Welsh line. It's too much surely now for Wales.
Faboudier with the kick down that right-hand side. Into touch, runs down the clock. Wales do bed down as the man of the match, as voted for by the local press here. Elliot Keir of Wales. He's had an impressive game, as you mentioned, Tony. Everywhere on the field, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he isn't on a losing team yet. You do know with 5 minutes to go, it's a bloke like Elliot Keir can race away and put us and make us scream for the last 2 or 3 minutes to see what is this contest going to be like. Neil Bubworth will try and create some stuff out of dummy half. Lupton will be scheming and thinking.
Could this be a crucial set then for Wales, with less than 5 minutes remaining here in South Wales? Still inside their own half though. They'll need to make some good meters. The support play comes along. They've got extra runners on this right-hand side. The ball's tucked under the arm and they're away. It's on the charge with Rodri Lloyd. He's got support on his right-hand side. And there we go. Christian Rowett in the corner for his second try of the game. He scored the first to get Wales scoreboard ticking. And now with another on this right-hand side. A lovely move from inside their own half. And now we really do have game on. He looks to be feeling it, does Rowett. But all he knows, he's got a 4-pointer.
The good players from Elliot Keir. Lupton fed him nicely, and Rodri Lloyd, this really took some creating. He really summed up a tight situation well. Hit a hole tight and strongly. Beautiful pass. Wonderful try. 3.5 to go.
That's his 4th try, Christian Rowett, of this 2013 World Cup. Now the kick from Danny Jones. He hasn't really brought his kicking boots with him today, has he? But now Wales know a converted score would put them 2 points into the lead, but they do trail by 4. They still have it all to do. Iestyn Harris will call on his side to produce whatever they can in the final 3 minutes of this game. They will receive the ball back. They will have 100 metres to go.
Don't go in front of this kick.
4 points the difference in this final game for Group D. And the clock stops with 180 seconds remaining.
Stay behind.
What will those 180 seconds mean for either of these two sides? Both of them looking for a morale-boosting win. The first drive.
One. Move! Up Z. All the way. Go. 1.
Outside the 10. As they come again, looking to just eat some metres down the middle. It's good strong legs, driven on by Dudson. Nice little chunk as well from Budworth. Budworth opened things up, he had support, couldn't get the ball away.
Go.
Wales now in the ascendancy, you got to say. Again on this right-hand side, they've got men over. They're trying to do the same again. The ball's offered back. Elliot Keir offering it, not giving it. Rowett, a dummy half. Back through Lupton.
That was great play from
Dudson
Wales.
drives on. They've got 1 play remaining. Flower floats the ball off. They need to do something with this. They can't really be caught in this part of the field. Can they get the ball away? They've been tackled just inside the Cook Islands half.
Well, I was about to say it was great play from Wales, matched by great defence from the Cooks. The Welsh had scored down this side. Isaac John was outstanding there. His energy to defend that play, to push from the inside with Keith Lalia was wonderful. If they can hang on, they've earned the right to hang on. He's gelling again. He's been so strong in these last exchanges. You would like to think that, this will be probably 4 dummy half runs here from the Cook, and the Welsh are going to get one last chance.
They
One
will.
or 2 plays.
You'd have thought they will. 1 or 2 plays for Wales potentially.
Two.
And they're looking to run down the clock, the Cook Islands now. That 4-point lead they have. They want to push Wales back as far as they can go. If they are going to get any sort of points at the end of this game, they want them to work hard for it. And more metres again by Dylan Napper, not giving up. Pushing those red shirts back. Into the final minute we go. They could finish this game with a few points.
Release. On the line.
Isaac John this time. As they go on the final play, the kick's boosted as far as they can off field. And they'll say to Wales, if you want to score, you've got 90 metres to make up. They're bedding down for the scrum, and we have 47 seconds remaining. 37 even.
Discipline set. 1 discipline set.
It is doable.
Okay.
How many
It is a
plays
lot
are
of
they
time.
getting at this point, Tony? 2,
Well,
3 max?
I'll get 3. Depends on their hands. They're going to be big plays, so it might only be 3.
Let's go, boys.
So into the scrum.
Out.
Can they work
Stand back
anything
up.
off the back? They'll need some good metres now in this set. The final play. This is it for Wales.
Wait.
This is it for the Cook Islands.
an error.
Rugby League World Cup. The errors come up for the Cook Islands. Wales are going to lose this game by a slender of margins. 4 points. High fives all around for the Cook Islands. They're going to nail their first win in the Rugby League World Cup as the clock ticks down. Wales are keen to see what they can do. But you're looking at one final play for the Cook Islands now.
Let's go, in we go.
Their very first victory in a Rugby League World Cup. As the game comes to an end, and Wales end up with a wooden spoon, and the Cook Islands get the first win in a Rugby League World Cup competition. David Farley gets a win for the Welsh fans that turned up here in South Wales, hoping to see a win for their side. And the best performance that they could produce, it just wasn't good enough. A scrappy first half, but 4 points the difference in the end. Wales, well, they had points to eat back up, and they did their very best. But really, A couple of missed kicks means that they've lost this game as the Cook Islands win by 28 points to 24.
Coverage brought to you by BetDuck, the sports betting exchange.
All the so-called experts agreed the World Cup final would be predictable. Australia would win again. Words are a dime a dozen, but action and demonstration are much more powerful and meaningful. The haka and the Kangaroos' reaction to it was surely a prelude of unexpected things to come.